Hello and welcome to Intentional Leadership, the podcast show that will help you break the barriers holding you back from the true life of significance you are meant to live. I'm your host, Janelle Bruland, and I invite you to join us as I share leadership lessons and specific strategies to transform your leadership, crush your goals, and love your life. Are you ready? Let's go. We are currently going through a new 4-part series for the new year called Power Up Your New Year. A new year is a new beginning and a great time for a fresh start. I want to help you make this year your best year yet. Today's podcast is part 3 in the series, The Power of Intentional Calendaring. Let's get started. First, we'll do a quick review. In part 1, we talked about the power of reflection. I talked about 3 steps to the power of reflection. Make the time for reflection. Take inventory. And then evaluate what you want to be different. In part 1, we reviewed the 7 life areas to evaluate how you are doing. They are physical, mental, spiritual, family and friends, career, financial, and fun and recreation. Then in part 2, the power of effective goal setting, we went through the process of setting goals. I shared with you a 5-step success process for becoming one of the elite in setting and achieving your goals. In part 3 of this leadership podcast, Power Up Your New Year, we will discuss the power of intentional calendaring. I've developed a system of intentional calendaring that has been life-changing for me. Today, I will share this system with you. With it, you will increase productivity and maximize your performance. In planning for a successful year, I look at the calendar for the entire year ahead and block out time according to my priorities. Prioritize those items you have determined are most important and calendar them first. Let me share with you the 5 steps to a successful calendar. Keep in mind, yours may look a little different depending on your own priorities. Number 1, schedule personal rejuvenation time. Start with planned time for yourself. Yes, you heard that correctly. You first. I'm not sure why so many of us feel guilty about taking time for ourselves. We're not bringing our best to anyone or anything if we are running on empty. So many of us have work versus free time backwards. We're taught to take vacation time as a reward. With many company PTO plans or paid time off plans, you need to work for a full year before earning any vacation time. Often, well-intended vacation plans are thwarted due to work priorities taking up the calendar, and there's simply no room left. In the book, The Power of Full Engagement, authors Jim Lauer and Tony Schwartz state, "We live in a world that celebrates work and activity, ignores renewal and recovery, and fails to recognize that both are necessary for sustained high performance." They suggest that when performing at our highest and best levels, we are drawing from 4 separate sources of energy, including physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and are disciplined in regular use and renewal of these energy sources. If we manage these resources effectively, we can build the capacity to live a productive, fully engaged life. Remember the importance of rejuvenation. For us to perform at our optimum level, we must take regular time for self-care and understand it's not a selfish activity. So number 1, schedule personal rejuvenation time. Number 2, schedule family time and special events. As family is a top priority for me, I schedule my family vacations, reunions, weddings, and other special events in my calendar first. Fortunately, most schools provide their academic calendars a year or more in advance, allowing you to know when all of those parent meetings, choir concerts, athletic tournaments, and school breaks are. Number 3, schedule volunteer time. Volunteering in my community and industry group is important to me, and I serve on multiple boards. If I haven't received the schedule of the next year's meetings by the beginning of the 4th quarter of the current year, I will reach out to ask for the detailed list of events. Then I can get the dates on my calendar for the full year ahead.